One of the great days of the racing calendar. Randwick, Derby, TJ, Sires, Doncaster Day. Bit of rain about. Might have to keep that in our thoughts as to how the track will play there. But I'll give you a couple to have a barrack for. Races 3, 4, 6 and 7. And a bolter in race 9. Firstly, if you want my Caulfield form, racetrackralphie.com.au, tips, assess prices, speed maps, detailed race overviews, and I'll send you a race by race review email during the week as well. Racetrackralphie.com.au. Did I say that? Okay. So Randwick, most confident play I would think would be race 3, Juju Kibu, 2x3. So you're getting $3.80 the win, $1.70 the place. Meaning if you run second or third, you break even. If it wins, you get a result. What I like about him is a real emerging developing stayer. Last prep, he was coming through benchmark races, including in Melbourne, went to Sydney, ended up running a place in the Group 1 Metrop. Every indication is this time in he's better. Loves wet ground that he showed last year, so that's not a problem. Was probably beaten on its merits by Campbell-Dino, who has to beat today 2 starts back at 2000. Then last start deep in the finish at 2400. I do love the racing theory that the best lead-in for a distance race is a distance race. So now he's had that run, 2400, 2600, same thing, roughly. Well, okay, it's 200 metres difference. But now he's had that toughening up run. I think he'll be better again. Elite jockeying Craig Williams. Co-favourite Travolta probably has to get a fair way back. And Campbell-Dino has to rebound. So I think it's just the one where it's got the least queries on him and he should run you a good race. Race 4, Rivellino. Beaten what, 5.5 lengths last start? By She's Our Alibi and Autumn Boy. Who are the 2 favourites in the Doncaster today? They would obliterate this field. He's since had a barrier trial. And I think, look at his profile. You don't know unless you know the stable. But I think this is his grand final. Or at least they ran him in those better races, hoping he might come up. Well, he hasn't, so this is a nice consolation. He's fit. Wet ground's a query, but I like that he's fit, and I like that he's drawn wide. Down the middle of the track. Chris Waller always sets a few for the Carbine race, but I think he's going to run you a good race, about $5 each way, Rivellino. Race 6, Campio d'Italia. I think that's how you pronounce it. What's second favourite? It's again 2x3, about 450 range. Streisen's favourite. Streisand has to be one of the toughest fillies of all time if it can win this as well. So set for the Blue Diamond, it won it. Goes in the Golden Slipper, amazing run on pace. Hangs on for second. I'll keep saying it, grand finals are won by horses who are sole focus set for this race, for the race. That appears Campio d'Italia, and Streisand has been set for 2 grand finals. Look, if she had tip, if she can win it. But I just love the way Campio d'Italia crushed the line in the Golden Slipper. Everything about him, that start and the previous start said 1400 is going to be perfect for this horse. So I think he'll run you a nice race. And in the TJ Smith, well, we haven't seen Tentaurus on wet ground, but I'm not letting his Newmarket unplaced run put me off. My thoughts were that he's the best sprinter in Australia. Hopefully today he shows it. As I said, wet ground's an unknown. Coolmore Stakes, phenomenal. Prior to that, at Caulfield, phenomenal. I was entitled to get beaten. Won from a non-winning position. Return Lightning Stakes, unbelievable at 1,000 metres. And then the Newmarket up the straight. It was such a quirky day. If you weren't in the right spot, you were in the wrong spot. It was wind affected. For a big sprint, unusually, they all stuck to the inside and he was in traffic and they didn't go fast for Newmarket. A lot of big races have been won by horses who are electric 2 starts before a big race, which he obviously wasn't Lightning, and then have a flattish run for whatever reason, second up. So I think a big rebound's on the cards and he'll get to show what he's made of. Jolly Star's faultless, but I think her top end isn't as good as the top end of Centaurus. Jimmy Star comes off a forgivable defeat. Giga Kick, again, I don't think his top end is as good as the best of Centaurus. And if it was a bone dry track, I'd be pretty keen on Briasa actually. Past 2 preps, including this race last year, monster Randwick 1200 performances, but soft ground has me a bit iffy about that. If you want to have $1 each way on one, 50 to 1. Savasianta on Easter. Derby. Blinker's first time last start at Caulfield. It's a quirky sort of track. He ran well. He's only beaten, I think, 2.5 lengths in last year's VRC Derby to Observer. This is his grand final. Trained by Chris Waller. Very good rider, Ben Mellon. I wouldn't at all be surprised if he runs a big race. And like I said, he's 50 to 1, so doesn't mean I think he'll win, and I think he'll run you a race at a huge price. Gamble responsibly. And tomorrow against the girls.